Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name's Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is Loshak in the Bag show for July 31st, Tuesday morning. Jimmy the Bag is coming off of a second straight big winning day in MLB, right, Jim? You are. Yesterday was a nice winning day for you. Had a nice winning day on Friday. Took 2 losses with the old Coors Field fade over the weekend, but another very nice winning day yesterday. Listen, call it what it is, Jim.
It's a long way. I've got a long way to go, but thank you very much for mentioning it. A long way to go to get out of this horrifying hole I put myself in.
Absolutely.
But it does give me hope.
Yes, and my day yesterday was very, very frustrating. On my personal accounts, I wound up basically breaking even, but on the picks that I gave, I wound up, I had a good read overall on the card, but I took 3 units of loss, a little bit more than that, betting on Paxton to have a bad start, which didn't happen. Wow. The Astros can't hit. Paxton got his strikeouts. Man.
I don't even know if it's a Paxton thing. That Astros lineup is awful.
Yes.
I'd be shocked if they don't make a move today to get somebody to help fortify things while Corey and Altuve are out. But I don't think they'll be over very long. But that lineup looks horrifyingly weak.
Yeah, so to anyone who tailed my plays on Houston yesterday, sorry about that. To anyone who tailed my other leans and plays, in general, I did well. The second half under cash in San Diego. And, of course, the big one, the most important one, the birthday play. Oakland -1 cashed easily. What is it now, like 11-2? Birthday plays are now 11-2, but that's only since the low bag commenter John Garcia started actually tracking them. The reason he started tracking them is because he noticed that they were doing very well before then. Birthday plays, whenever it's someone's birthday, I bear down and try to give them an absolute, the closest thing to a lock that I can possibly find on the card. Since John Garcia started following them, now 11-2, another birthday pick winner. Oakland -1, and of course our own Kobe Valentine had a recommended play. Oakland -2.5 or 3.5 or something like that at a huge underdog line, and of course Oakland rolled yesterday. So and interestingly, the line, I don't know where it closed exactly, but it did move slightly against Toronto. Yes, it was about a 10-cent move from opening to closing in favor of Toronto, but we saw what happened there.
I took the Loshak patented second half play, which is something from your neck of the woods. And the nice. -1.5. It was a nice day with the A's.
Yes.
And I'm going right back to the well.
Yes, all right. We will get to it. I'm just looking at yesterday. And, of course, to everyone who loved the under in the Boston game yesterday, huge shout-out. People were begging me to take the under at 9, even as it was getting bet down. People were begging me to take the under. I don't even remember who they were. Ralph Portuando, some others, begging me to take the under. I wouldn't do it. And, of course, in retrospect, that was a great call. So, overall, yesterday was, I just wound up like, you know what it was? Yesterday, all the picks that I came in wanting, most of them all hit, except for Houston, but then I threw on other plays that other people were liking, and I threw on late plays like Cleveland was fine. I only wanted them on the second half, but then I took a -1 and had to eat a loss with that one. So yesterday was a little bit of a frustrating day for me, but it's all right. Overall, I am doing well, and I guess we can get into MLB right now here. First of all, let me just click on one thing here.
Shout out to Austin Geist. He says, no one acknowledged my Rangers team total over 3.5 yesterday. They got 9. Nice work, Austin.
Is
Geist.
that true?
Our
yes.
apologies. Josef Tucker in the house. Red Girl in the house. Underdog Ruiz. Joy Ruiz, who's been destroying Japanese baseball. Kobe Valentine said, Pete, do I get a shout out for Oakland -3.5? You certainly did.
I just did. And I'll shout it out again.
Certainly did.
Shout it out again. Those 3.5, when you start buying and selling that many runs in MLB, obviously you're betting into high volatility, but you have to be careful because they really charge you for it. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the juice you wind up paying, the different books are different, but the volatility can make up for it. Kobe Valentine, great read on that game. Thankfully, thank the Lord, another birthday play hit. Let's see what else. Underdog Ruiz says, Jimmy and Pete, you tailing any of my Japan bases plays 13-2 on the year. Hashtag Money Gang Sports. Is that true? No, I was not aware.
That is true. We must start.
Wow.
We must start. And America has already sent me all the goods for the locking in his plays for UFC 227 on some of the lines.
And also, did they send you any plays for tonight? Because we
did.
We are going to do in the evening show, not for the morning show, but for the evening show, we will be covering the Contenders series tonight. Some interesting fighters on the card, a lot of favorites on the card, and we will be doing an MMA segment for tonight's show in the evening show covering the Contenders series. Wow, Underdog Ruiz hailing any of my Japan plays 30-13-2 2 on the year.
Look at this.
Wow,
we're just surrounded by winners. I have to change my record around with all these winners around us. Native Queen, what's good, fam? 12-2-1 yesterday with posted plays.
Very, very, yes. Native Queen.
Jared Schrader, 5-3 yesterday, been winning this last week. Wow, it's we got a good group.
All right, so comments coming in, then we'll throw up the record, and then we'll go dig into the big MLB slate. Noah Lastark, shout out to Kobe for nailing that A's game. Man, he really did. It's one thing to say a team has value. It's one thing to say a team has value on the money line. Whole other ball game to go out on a limb and predict a win by 4 more runs.
4 more runs.
And to have it cash easily.
Easily.
Huge
Another thing is when these guys like Kobe for Toronto, or let's say Twatty in Pittsburgh, or even Rock with San Francisco, or any of these guys, when they bet against their team, you know to jump on, and Kobe was bang on. Yellow Jesus, 7-2 yesterday. You know, I feel like whenever Yellow Jesus is around, I have good days because he blesses our picks. He blesses our picks.
Austin Guy says Rangers team total and over 8.5, both cash. Shout out to myself. We're going to shout you out too. Go Austin Guys, but go ahead, shout yourself out once again if you want. Red Girl says whoever said Paxton under should be hung. Hi guys, killed my money. Yeah, look, I tailed that one too. I did tail it. I mean, it made sense. You know, you thought he was going to be on a pitch count. There was a chance that he wouldn't even be in good form, but obviously, you know, it was not the case. He would get 8 strikeouts, so it didn't go over by that much. But yeah, I hear you, Red Girl. Listen, I tailed it as well, and I had 2 other plays that were predicated on a fade of Paxton, so I really took some major losses on that one. Would have had a big winning day if it hadn't been for my wrong call on Houston and Paxton in that game. Let's see, what else do we have here?
Joe Lucari went out, hit a 4-game parlay yesterday. Trenton Claxton demanding WNBA first. I don't know if he's going to get it, but he did hit with Boston last night and Atlanta.
Very nice. Yes, we are definitely going to cover WNBA. Trenton Claxton likes WNBA, wants WNBA first. No, I think we got to get into MLB
we have
first,
to, yeah,
and then
no doubt.
but we will definitely cover WNBA and also in the evening show as well. Let me see. Anna Marak, we do an MMA in the afternoon show. Yes, definitely, Anna Marak, we are. Let me see other comments. Kobe Valentine just got home in perfect time for the show after closing a deal for $22K commission. Wow! Nice. Urge the buyers to get their offer in before 12 o'clock so I can catch the show. LOL. Huge shout out to Kobe Valentine. Congratulations on that $22K commission. More than I got.
Nothing wrong with $22K, man.
That's one of my many catchphrases in this show. More than I got. You feel me? Congratulations, Kobe Valentine. All right, let's see.
Cole Coleon said, how'd your birthday pick go, Pete? 11-2 easily. Cashed 2 easy. It was A's -1, and I was jumping all over that with A's -1.5. Anna Merrick says, Pete, I need to know what my MMA record is after the UFC on Fox plays. I was looking good. I know I had a winning night.
I will. I track them all. I don't have them right now, but in the afternoon show, I'll absolutely announce them what they were. Jared Schrader went 5-3 yesterday. Consistently been winning this last week. Very nice, very nice. Yellow Jesus said, let's get this bread, baby. And let me see. Other comments coming in.
Christopher Carter saying Miley could be due to give up some runs tonight. I'm looking forward to I think there's options on this card. I think there's a few games, though, we should probably wait till the deadline before we make plays on. But I'm ready to get to work.
Yes. Hold on one second. I'm just Chris Carter says the Brew Crew is not playing. Yes, we will talk about that in a bit. All right, there we go. And that is it. That's it for the early comments. We can throw up the MLB record. We can throw it up. Jimmy the Bag, of course, off of 2 very nice days. Don't poo-poo that, Jimmy the Bag. Nice calls, nice picks, maintaining your balls. I'm having a nice year, although, again, I'm frustrated by yesterday. I felt like overall my reads were good. I just hemorrhaged major units with that friggin' Houston game, and then added on Cleveland -1 last minute loser, added on, I think the Dodgers first 5 innings team total over, which I wasn't necessarily liking, but other people were liking it, so I took that one. So yesterday, it was just one of those days where I did have a good read, broke even on my personal accounts, and just hemorrhaged units on with some bad calls. All right, let's get into it. The MLB card for today, so much going on. Not exactly sure even where to start. I guess we can start with, the first play that I think I'm definitely going to give, Angels against Tampa Bay. Skaggs has been pitching well. Static is coming off of a bad, 2 innings start, but I'm thinking he might be okay here. I'm thinking first 5 under, and I'm thinking no score in the first inning. What do you think, Jim?
I think those are good plays. I really do. I lean towards believing in Skaggs a little more than Stanek, but I like both those plays. Rays have lost 3 straight. They've allowed at least 11 runs in each loss. That's not going to continue. I don't expect it to continue. And the Angels look like they might have turned it around. They've won now 4 or 5. Skaggs, we talked about last week how confident he sounded. He's now 2.62 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. Allowed 8 earned runs in his last 8 starts. That's 5-2 in that span. And his ERA has gone down a complete run in those 8 games. Skaggs also pitched well against the Rays this season. Took a shutout into the 6th inning. Gave up just 1 run, 6 hits while striking out 7. Stanek, as Pete said, coming off a rare bad outing, gave up 3 runs on 2 home runs in 2 innings against the Orioles. The Angels, I had to double check this stat. I wrote it down very early this morning. I had to go back. They're smashing righties. I didn't realize how hard they're hitting righties. 258 with a 775 OPS, basically 4th in the league against righties. That just caught me by surprise. Rays are hitting 256 with a 735 OPS against lefties. I like your play. I'm also leaning towards the Angels.
Yeah, Angels to score first might also be worth a shot, although it's -164. It does feel like Skaggs is going to have another strong start, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. I mean, 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5 the first 5 innings. My only concern actually is Stanek and the rest of the Angels lineup. Are they going to come in here and have a big game?
They have been. So my lean that I was expecting to make was that even double up on the Angels. I just feel like they're starting to hit. They hit righties. Trout destroys the Rays, and he destroys Tropicana.
Yeah. So maybe the first 5 isn't a good play because the Angels might put up a 5 spot all on their own in one of these half innings, right?
I think Stanek could bounce back, but I'm telling you, Skaggs is who I believe in, so I like those plays. I don't think what would you get on the first 5? Is it a 4? Yeah, 4 is what it was, and the Angels to score first -164. The first 5 innings, I'm not exactly sure if that would be a good bet. Is Stanek going to come in and have a shutout first inning? I could easily see him giving up a run or 2 in the first inning once again. Yeah. I don't. Stanek has had such a good season, but do we trust him here? 1-3, 2.43 ERA, 1.03 WHIP, 50 Ks and 40 2/3. Interesting stuff. Cash Action Bet says throw them stats out and follow the money. Rays win. Tomar says Skaggs is pitching well, but I don't trust him. I think -132 is a big line. Pujols has been hitting after being rested. I don't think he will keep hitting.
Yeah, Mr. Gogster 99 liking the Angels. Not Appleco says I don't like this game. May-loss, pay-loss, way tells us Angels 7-3 last 10 after a loss, and May-loss, pay-loss, way Tampa Bay 1-7 last 8 after a day off.
Rostradamus here. I don't like the far travel for the Angels.
And Cash Action Bet says throw the stats out, follow that money, Rays win. Money line tells you everything.
Interesting.
Implying that it's a low money line. It feels like it should be higher in light of how great Skaggs is pitching. All right, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off right now.
I'm going to hold off too. I'm a little concerned. I think I was going to make a play, but I think that I should take a little bit more time. Anthony L says this game feels like an under to me.
Yes. Me as well. All right, let's move on to one game that's I definitely hit probably my biggest bet on the opening lines, and that is another fade of Drew Pomeranz. Simple play. Philadelphia first 5 innings team total over 2. I got -150. The line right now at Pinnacle would be where would that be? The Philadelphia, 2. Oh my God, -176.
Jesus.
At Pinnacle. I jumped on it at -150. Holy shit. Wow. I don't know exactly if I want to take that, but I jumped. I had a max bet on the over first 5 innings team total over 2. Got it at -150. Knew that line, or strongly suspected that line was going to get bet up. And I might even take it at -176. Pomeranz looking very, very vulnerable right now. Right, Jim?
Very vulnerable, but I don't know about Arrieta in this spot either. I was thinking of taking an over here. Dynasty Was says, Major League, shout out to my homies Jimmy and Pete. Love you guys, love the show. Keep up the awesome work, my God.
Yeah. Who said that?
Dynasty Was.
Dynasty Was. Shout out right back at you, Dynasty Was. We're doing our best to give overall positive picks here. All right, listen, I would much rather gotten the -150 that I bet it at. Right now it's -170 at Heritage, and I will take that one. Philly, first 5 innings, team total over 2, -170. Would much rather be given 150, but that's not available right now. We do use up to the second numbers. Proud, I guess, that I got the -150 on the bet. Maybe I should have tweeted it out. I don't know, but I'm on -170. I'm going to take that one, Jim.
Wow.
If Pomeranz can hold him down to 1 run or fewer in 5 innings, more power to him.
I'd be surprised. Cash action bets is on Boston Red Sox. Anthony L. Phillies first 5 money line. Kobe on Pittsburgh and Detroit. We'll get to those games. Cash action saying Boston and the number again here. Red Girl Boston under. Tomer says Phillies depend on power. This is a good park for them.
Yeah.
Anthony L says Arrieta is positive regression candidate and Pomerantz looks like shit. Trenton Claxton says Boston money line. Jimmy. Game time temp 79 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing sideways across the diamond. Red Sox just keep winning games and it's because of their starting pitching. And these guys have every reason to not be starting Pomerantz here and they are deciding to. And these are experts who are watching him every day, which makes me think that he's probably a little bit more capable than the numbers are leading us to believe.
Good point.
So loss was the 4th in a row for the Phillies. They've scored 7 runs in 4 games. I feel like that offense can get lit very quickly, even though they've been looking poor. Arrieta, 3-0, 3.18 ERA in 5 July starts. The Phillies have won all 5 of those games. 1-4, 5.27 ERA in 8 games, 7 starts lifetime against the Red Sox, and a 5.40 ERA in 4 starts at Fenway. Pomerantz has always pitched Philadelphia well. It looked terrible this year. 6.91 ERA, 1.82 whip. Phillies are just sitting 233, 683 OPS versus lefties. They certainly didn't get put Price in very many difficult situations. And the Red Sox smash righties, 272, 811 OPS. Is that the only move you're making on this?
For now, yes. Phillies, first 5 innings, team total over 2, -170. You're right. It just could be a major trap here, Jim. And for exactly the reason that you suggested. Pomerantz is not, a Lucas Giolito type rookie where they're looking to roll him out there anyway just to get experience, even though they expect him to get hit. If they're rolling Pomerantz out there, it's probably because they expect him to do okay. Again, I took it at 150, and I bet it at 150, and now that it's -170, all right, fine, I'll give it. But it definitely makes me nervous, Jim, for all the reasons that you just stated.
Yeah, and my lean was towards the over, and after talking, I guess I would move to the first 5 over, but. Speedy Fighter. That's Pete and Jimmy. It's my birthday. Any chance I can get a birthday pick? Of course you can, Speedy Fighter. But we don't force these things.
Yeah.
We let the legend Pete Loshak really marinate with this card.
Yes.
And slow. But yes, Speedy Fighter, and happy birthday. Riding Boston all day, says Fire TV. Frank Alexander says leading Red Sox over. Tomer says Boston has to pitch Pomerantz with Rodriguez hurt. I don't think they do. Brian Johnson has moved to the bullpen and he's looked good. With Eovaldi back, kind of created with Eovaldi in the rotation, it created a situation where they didn't have to start Pomerantz. As far as what I've read, they chose to start Pomerantz. And Tomer says Pomerantz will be gone when Rodriguez is back. I'm leaning first 5 over. I'm not going to take the full game over, I don't think, anymore. These bullpens are good. I don't think I'm going to even take the first 5 over, but I wouldn't mind just writing it in what it is beside a question mark.
The first 5 over?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just find it. The first 5 over. Can't even find it now. It would be, 5.5, slightly juiced to the over, although Intertops, if that's not a stale line there, is actually at -105. But yeah.
Wow,
5.5.
That's a high line. I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. That's a higher line than I expected to hear for whatever reason. Twatty Latte says I spent all night in the casino dumpster studying the Pirates game for today.
Oh, very nice.
That's exactly what we'd prefer. You were in the comfort of your own home, Twatty. But wherever you feel comfortable doing that hard work, the better. Cash Jackson says Palm is better in Fenway. And okay, I'm not going to make a play here. I can understand after breaking it down. That play doesn't seem that appealing to me anymore. I think it's too high of a line.
The 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be getting. Of course, on my actual bets, I could hedge back out. I could take the if I want to. But yeah, I might be. There's something that's telling me it might be just too obvious play. On the other hand, we remember last year the low-hanging fruit was just what was buoying me up all year, and this does feel like a low-hanging fruit play. First 5 innings just at 2. Interesting, they're not moving to 2.5 though, just on the money line. All right, Jim, what else would you like to bring up here?
Well, let's, why don't we hammer this first game of the day, the afternoon game. We won't get a second chance to hammer it. Giants at Padres, Rodriguez versus Richard. Now, I had Richard against the Mets last start, and I watched that game very closely, and he was perfect through 3, but God, he just looks so susceptible, so easy to hit. Derek Rodriguez has been impressive. I'm leaning to Giants in 2 ways here, but I want to hear what everybody has to say about this game. Game time 82 Fahrenheit, wind blowing sideways. Padres lost a series opener for the 17th out of 18 times. This is nuts. 8-29 since June 15th. Lost 6 straight for the second time in 15 days. If they lose today, they'll finish the month 5-20. Second worst monthly mark in the 50-year history of the team. Rodriguez has looked good. On June 24th at AT&T Park, he faced these guys, held him to 1 run, 4 hits over 7 innings. Giants are 7-2 in his starts. He's allowed 2 runs or less in each of his last 6 starts. Richard has lost 4 straight decisions in his last 6 starts. They are 1-5 during that run. He does not look good. He's a 7.88 ERA, 1.69 WHIP during that run. He's looked terrible in his 2 starts since the All-Star break. He's looked bad against the Giants. Is this low hanging?
Mm-hmm. Which one? San Diego here. San Francisco.
San Francisco here.
Yeah, I would definitely, if I was going to take San Francisco, I would only take them on the first 5 innings. There's no way I would take them on the full game. And in fact, I would have a slight lean to San Diego on the second half as well at plus 105. I'm not exactly sure what I think about this one now. My general sense, though, is that San Diego would be the play. If you were going to take San Francisco, definitely take them on the first 5.
Well, then that is what I will do.
Okay.
I just want to read out a couple of comments before I completely lock it in. Mm-hmm. Norm L says, I'm liking the Giants. Cash Action says Padres money line. Mm-hmm. Anthony L says Giants money line. Giants first 5 team total over 2. Mm-hmm. It's a 2. They're hanging a 2 against Clayton Richard.
Yes, I would assume that they are with the total this low. The full game is just 4. First half is 2 minus 114. Yes.
Wow. Red Girls on the Giants. Trenton Claxton says San Francisco half money line. Scotty Rocks on first 5 full game and run line. Sandercock money line. Wow. But Cash Action Bet says Rodriguez shits the bed today. This is a team that can't hit righties at all. Mm-hmm. Terrible numbers in the Padres against righties. 232 with a 648 OPS. That's just god awful. Mm-hmm. Wow. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do. Speedy Fighter says going to cap UFC Contender Series for you guys today. I'll have my place in the evening show.
Excellent.
If Pete and Jimmy are interested in them, we are very interested in them. Speedy Fighter, thank you for doing that work and sharing with us.
I'll be on those. Well, I don't know if I'm going to have any official plays, but I'll definitely have capped them and maybe have some official picks. I am doing pretty well overall in MMA. For people who might not realize that, let's throw the MMA record up. This is 2017 and 2018 combined, of course. And look at that. Not bad. Up 14 units, of course, bolstered by 3 units that I just won in this past UFC event. But I'm proud of that. I am proud of that. Could be better. Could be a lot worse. And in general, I'm proud of it. And I'll try to add to that in tonight's UFC contender card. All right, Jim.
First 5, give it to me.
Best line will be minus 111. That's at Pinnacle right now. Everyone else has minus 115. So we'll give you minus 111. I don't think that's such a bad play. Full game, I would definitely be leaning San Diego, though. And I would definitely be leaning San Diego on the second half. Might make that one a pick. Well, go ahead, Jim.
Speedy Fighter says Giants team total over. Sounds like a great play. Mitchell Shaga says, why is this line so low if everyone and their mom is on the Giants?
Yes, and I would be leaning San Diego here on the full game, to be honest. But I don't disagree with your play on the first 5 innings on San Francisco. Obviously, Rodriguez has been great. Richard obviously is vulnerable, and I would be leaning San Diego on the second half as well at plus 105. Not sure if I want to take that one. All right, let's move on to another game. Well, how about let's move on to the Oakland game. Yesterday it was the birthday play, cashed, but even more impressive, Kobe Valentine's minus 3.5 run play on Oakland, and most of that I think was just an auto fade of Toronto. They just look like a team that's just in shambles right now. Is that Lourdes guy back, or is he out again?
That's a good question. I expect him to be out, but I'll look that up if you want to break down the game for a second.
Yeah, maybe we like Toronto once again. Obviously, a bullpen edge. I think not as huge of a bullpen edge as some people were saying yesterday, but I do think they have a bullpen edge. And it's a little bit high of a line here. Cahill has been no great shakes, but Gaviglio is hittable. And I would also be leaning Oakland team total overs as well. What do you think? Is this another no-brainer play on Oakland here?
I don't think Lourdes is going to play today.
Okay.
I'm just going to go right back to the well. I think the A's are so much better than the Jays. And that second half, to me, even though you're only going to get 3 innings, it doesn't matter. It's if everything goes the way I expect it to, it doesn't matter. I just think it's such a nice spot. Game time temp 62 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing out over right center. Swirling winds hard. It's not that big of an issue here at the Coliseum. Gaviglio 2-3, 4.65 ERA, 1.32 WHIP. I'm curious what you think of this guy. I was pretty high on him at first. He's now gone winless in his last 11 starts, dating back to May 25th. Pitched one of his best games of the season against Oakland on May 19th, throwing 5 1/3 shutout ball. But he got destroyed in his other start against Oakland. Cahill coming off his worst of 3 starts since returning from that Achilles injury. Does not look good against the Blue Jays. This is not a pitching advantage for the. In fact,
that's the thing that makes me nervous. And add in the very high line was the other thing that makes me nervous. If this was minus 140, 150, no problem.
And what is it?
Minus 170. It's up into the minus 170s. So it's a little bit up there.
Well, let's see. Mitchell Shagger says Oakland run line continues. Oakland always hammers the Jays. I'm expecting Hernandez out too after a terrible defensive performance. Interesting. True Breeze is on Oakland Toronto over.
Yeah, and the first 5 over is just 4.5. Which is tempting as well. The Oakland team total over is tempting as well, which I believe is let me see, the first 5. Well, it's 2.5 minus 101, and the full game is probably going to be 4.5 here. Where is it?
Wow, Coco Bongo asking if it's left nut worthy again. I don't know if it's left nut worthy.
No, not on the money line. Maybe on some peripherals. The first 5 over is a lean for me. The Oakland first 5 over at 2.5 is a lean for me, and probably the full game over at 4.5 is a lean for me as well.
So the team total A's are your lean?
Yeah, and also the first 5, just the over 4.5 in general. And probably the full game over at 8.5 even would be a lean.
Okay. I think I'm going to spend a little more time with this game. I came in expecting to make these plays immediately. The only one I'd be confident enough to make now is just the A's second half.
Yeah. All right, I will take the over. First 5 innings, over 4.5 minus 115. I'll take that one. Simple play. If it loses, that's, annoying, but it's okay.
I'll tail that. I'll tail that first 5
Okay,
over,
all right. Jim's taking Oakland. First 5 innings, over 4.5 minus 115. That's a market line right there. All right, let's see what else do we have. Another interesting game, Houston-Seattle. Did you look at this game, Jim? Morton against Leak. This is obviously, Houston, as we know, slumped out offensively, and Leak is, no great shakes. Probably a guy we want to be looking to fade in certain spots, but maybe not this spot. And probably Morton's going to be good again. What about another under, just like we saw yesterday?
Yeah, I think so. I struggle trusting Leak, and I feel like he's just one of those pitchers who has my number. When I believe in him, he gets destroyed. When I don't believe in him, he pitches a gem. These last 2 games, the Astros-Mariners game and the Brewers-Dodgers game, I would prefer to spend more time before I give a complete breakdown on them. What is the total?
The total on which one?
On the Astros Mariners.
8.5. 8.5. I will admit that I did bet that one just a little bit. Modest bet. Nothing crazy. As most people know, my unit size is $2.80. I put about $1.70 on that on the under, and I did get 8.5, and it is now down to 8.
Oh, it's down to 8 across the board now.
Yes, and I bet it at 8.5, which I am proud of.
Yeah.
Roughly, like about $1.95 to win $1.72, something like that at 8.5 minus 113, which is nice. Now it's down to 8. I would lean under at 8 anyway. Not sure I want to give it as a play, but just wanted to mention that it's definitely a lean and definitely a bet that I made at 8.5.
Wow. Walter Galdamez says early game funny business, thinks the Padres. Jay Sandercock says fade Mariners. And then Al J. Palayo says, you guys are awesome on analyzing teams and matchups. What is your regular time slot on YouTube Live?
Our regular time slot on YouTube Live. This is it, right?
12 p.m. Eastern.
And 6 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, man. And thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us, Al J. Palayo. And unfortunately, we have to do about 90% handicapping, only about 10% jokes. But when the jokes come, bam, we nail them, usually. You know what I'm saying, Jim? We have some fun times here when we're making our jokes. Huge Erection says, damn, Pete actually bets more than me. Oh, yeah. Bet size is based on bankroll size and your assumed edge or your expected edge. So if you have a bankroll of a certain size and your edge is a certain size based on your handicapping, then that dictates a certain bet size, and you should not shy away from that. So, if my edge on the Seattle under and my bankroll size indicates a bet, warranted bet of $1.95 to win $1.72, I'm going to make that bet, and I'm not going to be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Get it.
Yes.
Mikey D 222444 says, Pete, you just had Oakland first 5 over 4.5. It just means the Oakland game. We're both on that.
First 5 innings over 4.5 minus 115. Yes.
And there's some interesting stuff here. OBJ13 says Seattle and Tigers locks of the day. I like your under, I think, with Morton and Leak, but I'm just gonna mention right here that you were on that, and then
I did bet it. I got 8.5 though, and
are you taking it at 8?
I don't know. No, I'm probably gonna lean that way, but I would have a lean. Wow, whoa, this line jumped in favor of Houston. Is someone out for Seattle? Must be. That's why the total would also have dropped as well.
Such a late game. I'm not sure when the lineups will be out.
Yeah, someone must be out for Seattle, but now it has jumped all the way up to plus 140 for Seattle. Very interesting. All right, I'll wait to check the lineup announcements there. Definitely leaning under. All right, let's see what else. Well, it is Bartolo Colon Day.
Yes.
Let's jump there. I did also. I did automatically take the Arizona team total over 2.5 with Bartolo Colon. He hasn't really been getting shelled recently, but I'm just not a total believer in him, and so I did bet that one. Max unit size $2.80 to win $2.52, and yeah, I'm on it. Texas.
I want to go on this in a big
Arizona.
way.
Arizona first 5 innings team total over.
I want to take the team totals and I want to take the overs. Question is, how is Godley going to pitch to me? But I'm really leaning to. I want to go in on this in a big way, but I'm just nervous. I don't want to, But Kayla is being traded to Pittsburgh. He is gone. The question is, will Beltre be 2 by the end of the day? That's a big possibility. Rangers stopped the Diamondbacks 3-game winning streak. They've now won 5 straight. Cologne 0-4 with a 5.96 ERA in his last 4 outings. 1-2, 3.94 ERA in 5 career starts against Arizona. Winless in 3 starts at Chase Field. 0-2, 4.32 ERA. Godley, though, I just don't know what to make of him. 4.73 ERA, 1.53 WHIP. He's 3.88 ERA in Chase Field, 2018. The Diamondbacks just don't hit righties hard, but is that going to change now that they're, they don't have Lamb, who would really help, but that, Souza's back, and I expect their offense to step up, but it looks like Peralta is hopefully going to be back dealing with some back issues. Rangers are smashing righties.
Yeah.
Austin Guy says Rangers bats too hot, not picking a side, just on the over. And I really do feel like the over is, oh my God, that can't be true.
What?
What OBJ13 is saying. I'm not going to...
All right. Well, I will make this one an official pick. Arizona, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5 minus 113. That is definitely an official pick. At these lines, I would have to be leaning Texas, despite the fact that I just took Arizona on the first 5 innings. Yesterday, I didn't even mention it, but I had Texas on the second half. Should have taken a -1, and I'd be leaning that way again. Definitely here, Texas on the second half is definitely a lean, and Texas second half is definitely a lean. Just plus 105 though, and this is the kind of play where if the second half does wind up hitting, it's usually because the alternative run line as a big underdog also winds up hitting. So I would have a lean to Texas -1 at the huge alternative run line, which at Bet365 right now would be plus 275, which is still pretty big in light of how Texas is hitting.
Yeah, I feel like I should go heavy in on this on these totals. I just don't, I'm concerned. I'm not in any kind of position to put too many units on anything. But let's first off give me the Diamondbacks first 5 team total over.
Okay, that will be 2.5 minus 113. Jimmy is taking Arizona first 5 innings, 2.5 team total over. Team total over. 2.5 minus 113.
I have to think that the Rangers bullpen is going to get hurt by moving out their closer. So I'm not. What do you think of this Rangers bullpen and in general?
I don't have. I could pull up my numbers. In general, I don't really have a. Here, let me. I could pull up my numbers. Yeah, with the closer, there's obviously ups and downs. Go here. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull up my bullpen rankings right now. I think they're good enough that I took them yesterday. Yeah, I don't have it on my computer. It's on my external hard drive. Sorry about that, Jim.
No problem. I think I'm going to do it. I am. Now, tell me, what are your concerns on if I was to double up on, also take the Diamondbacks full game, team total over, and take the first 5 over and full game over for the game?
My concerns here, I wouldn't really have any concerns. Yeah, I think that obviously I'm liking Arizona first 5, so the first 5 and full game team total overs are highly correlated. My concern about the full game, you're talking about the money line?
No, just the overs, totals.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have much of a concern there. I would lean to the first 5 over as well at 5, which is not a huge line there.
And the full game is at 9.
Yeah.
And what's the Diamondbacks full game team total over?
Full game team total over, I'm sure would be 4.5. Let me just find it here at Pinnacle.
I'll take them all.
Okay, all right. Okay, Jimmy, looking to stack some units here. Let's see. Arizona, oh no, it's 5 minus 102 at Pinnacle, and I'm sure that that Heritage will have like 5 minus 110 here. Let me just quickly check. So we would have to give you 5 if you want that one, Jim.
That's a little less appealing.
Yeah, a little less appealing. Let's see, what do we have here? I was hoping we'd be able to offer. Maybe you check Bet365, you might be able to see like 4.5 minus 145, something like that.
Yeah,
if you want that one.
Kind of juice. Lamont Williams did his 3-team parlay. Nice to hear, my man.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. You know, I'm not going because you have a lean to the Rangers second half.
Yeah.
We like the Rangers offense. I'm not going to make a play that would necessitate the Diamondbacks to score 6 runs, even though I don't think that's impossible. So what I will do is I'll take the full game. I'm only going to go on it 3 ways. I'll take the Diamondbacks first 5 team total over, but then I'll go to both teams for the first 5 over and the full game over.
For the full game over and the first 5 over. That's what you want here?
Yeah.
All right, so the first 5 over will be 5 minus 104. Jim is taking Texas, Arizona. First 5 innings, over 5 minus 104. And the full game will be over 9. Let's do a little line shopping here for you and find out what we can give you. Texas, Arizona, over 9 minus 104 on that one as well. So first 5 over 5 minus 104. Full game over 9 minus 104. Okay. Both lines at Pinnacle, Godley and Cologne. I'm just going to be on the Arizona first 5 innings team total over for now. Thinking about taking Texas second half, although it's just plus 105. Thinking about taking Texas minus 1, which would be about plus 200 or so, a little bit better than plus 200 actually. The big question is just how lit up is Cologne going to get? If Cologne comes in and gives up 8 runs in 3 innings. Then you don't want to. Then you want Texas second half, sure, but you don't want Texas minus 1 down 8 runs in the first 3 innings. All right, so let's see what else do we have. Let's move on to a Colorado St. Louis. We had a great read on that game yesterday. Although shout out to Props Profit who did take the over. It was close though. You know what I'm saying? The under was looking okay.
I got lucky, man.
Did you? What did you have?
It was a 3-unit hit there in the bottom of the 5th. I was watching that game closely. I mean, one of the reasons we were fading Martinez was because of his second time off the DL.
Yeah.
But the fact that he got hurt, he was rolling.
Yeah.
He left the game, and then that grand slam, that one hit made me 3 units. I felt pretty fortunate. I do not trust, after watching the full game, it's very difficult to trust this Rockies offense.
Right. Yes.
Extremely difficult. And I don't know exactly why that is. It looks to me like an okay spot. I know DJ's on the DL, but it still feels like a pretty tough lineup now that Cargo is producing. I'm surprised. Now, another thing that surprised me is my man Justin Searcy likes Flaherty in this spot. I was thinking, God, Gray looks so awesome since he's come back from the minors. So I was very surprised that he liked Flaherty in the spot. I hope he's here watching so we could hear more about it. Okay.
Well, I was leaning unders here. I was leaning St. Louis team total under at 2. I think Ray is likely to have another good start, just as Anderson did. And depending on what you get from Flaherty, either Colorado plus a half run on the first 5 again, or the under 4. If you think Flaherty's really going to be lights out, take the under 4. If you think that Flaherty might get touched just a little bit, take Colorado first 5 innings plus a half run.
What is that line plus a half run?
I'm guessing same as yesterday, about minus 120 or so. Let's see, where are we? Colorado, first 5 innings. Where is that one? All right, minus 140. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit tougher.
Game time temp, 73 Fahrenheit. Wind's blowing in, but it dies down by the end of the game. Ozuna is starting to heat up, and it's so funny. This Cardinals team, for whatever reason, has not had 2 players heat up at the same time. And this Ozuna is the only one getting hot right now. He goes 35 games without a homer, hits that grand slam off of Quintana, and now has hit 1 in 3 consecutive days. I expect him to keep hitting, but no one else seems to be. Gray looked great since the recall. He shut down the Mariners, 1 run and 7 1/3, then allowed 1 hit and 1 earned run against the Astros. So I'm definitely on the Rockies here.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on the Rockies. I just don't know exactly how to do it.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with St. Louis first 5 innings team total under 2, which again I bet, wow, Jesus, I'm going to get a much worse line here. I got it at like minus 105, and now I'm going to have to take minus 130. Fuck.
Wow.
Jesus, what did I get here? I'm going to check just to see what I get. Some people think I never beat the closing line, and oftentimes the lines move embarrassingly against me. But on these team totals, oftentimes they do, Jim.
Yeah, of course.
Oftentimes they do, Jim, but not on these team totals today.
No.
I think I got like minus 105 or something like that on the first 5. All right. I don't want to. Okay, I'll take it. Minus 130. St. Louis, first 5 innings, team total under 2, minus 130. The more professional people watching this video know that I'm doing kind of a wrong thing here. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be taking bad numbers, but, you know, we're giving out picks here, and I will take that one. First 5 innings, team total under 2, minus 130. I'm damn glad I got it at a much better line at like minus, plus minus 105 or something. But I think it's because St. Louis won't have Pham, right?
Oh, Searcy's here. Searcy says line is fair on the Rockies. Searcy, I'd love to hear more about what you're liking with Flaherty, because to me, when I see this game, I think, God, these Rockies have such an advantage. First off, this Cardinals bullpen just went 5 1/3 yesterday. Flaherty has not lasted past 5 innings in 7 of his 10 starts. Did not look good against Cincinnati in his last start. And Gray, although he's been tagged by these Cardinals in his 2 starts, is pitching so well right now. I feel like I should double up first 5 full game on these Rockies.
I like Colorado here. I took St. Louis on the first 5 innings, team total under 2, minus 130. That's the current line at Heritage, and I would definitely be leaning anyway. Colorado first 5 innings, maybe plus a half run at minus 140.
All right,
and I might wind up again. First-time viewers of this show might not be aware that Jimmy and I go over all the games in the morning show, give some picks, and then review all the line moves, all the other information that's come in over the course of the day, and add on a whole bunch more picks to our official slate in the afternoon shows. And I would definitely be leaning St. Louis first 5 innings plus a half.
You mean Rockies first 5 innings plus a half?
Sorry, yes, yeah. Rockies first 5 innings plus a half, but I have taken St. Louis first 5 innings team total under 2 at minus 130. That's an official pick.
Yeah, I really do. I really like this Rockies spot. I'm just kind of hesitating just to see. I wish I had gotten in more into that conversation that CRC was having this morning with Dave Allais, because I just feel like this is such almost a I don't want to get carried
And you know
away.
what else I'm going to take? I'm going to take no score in the first inning. Colorado, St. Louis, no score first inning. That is just minus 129. That's a little bit of, as we know, these first inning, scores or no scores can have some value. They can also be cracked out. But I'm going to take a shot with that one. No score in the first inning right now at Pinnacle, minus 129. I'll throw that one on there. Hopefully Flaherty doesn't get touched, or Gray. But all right, I'm taking that one.
Okay, I really feel like this Cardinals bullpen is weak to begin with. Now they're tired. And I love the way Gray's pitching. My only concern is the offense. So what is the total right now?
7.5. I'd also have a vague lean to the under as well, though it is headed down. There's 7s now. Wow. 7.5 minus 122. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the first 5. And
so Justin Searcy really likes Flaherty, right?
I don't know about really likes. It wasn't that adamant. But he said he liked Flaherty in the spot and liked the Cardinals.
Problem is just Flaherty's been giving up some home runs here and there, you know.
Zizou Zidane says, "Do you guys like under 5.5 strikeouts for Flaherty?" I don't know, actually. I don't know. Flaherty did just threw, he got 8 strikeouts in his last start. So even in a tough start against Cincinnati, he was still striking out enough batters. Dom Ricci saying Rockies are now 8-23 at Busch. I just feel like Gas Station 2 said at some point you have to give Bud Black credit for the improvement for the Rockies pitch staff. You're absolutely right. Speedy Fighter says, I'm with you, Pete, on that first inning no run bet.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Rockies first 5 in full game.
All right, you want on what? On just the money line?
Just the money line.
Okay, let's find them. And full game. Okay, yeah. Rockies full game money line right now would be plus 110. That's what will give Jimmy the bag. Colorado money line plus 110. This makes sense to me, Jim. I kind of like that one. I might join you with it. Might join you on it. And then first 5 innings, which I also would vaguely be agreeing with you on. Let's see. First 5 innings, Colorado. Where is it? Plus 105. Let me quickly check. Let me quickly check Pinnacle to see what if they might have a little bit better. No, plus 105 there as well. All right. So
and
Jim's
those of you who've been watching this show lately know that when Pete vaguely agrees, it's a pretty high percentage.
Good sign. Yeah. Pretty good sign. When I strongly agree, fade.
I don't mean that. I don't mean that. But that's a nice sounding thing.
Yes.
To me.
No. And I am thinking about this. I'm concerned that my if I come on this one, it will move against me. And I'm definitely leaning Colorado here, and I am definitely more leaning on the first 5s. I've already taken Colorado first 5. St. Louis first 5 team total under. Let me just think about what I want to do here now. Let me just think. So Colorado doesn't have a terribly impressive offense to you.
It's just they just stopped They just stopped getting the big hits. So Blackman is just not playing like he did last year. So he's not that dominant guy off the leadoff spot. Arenado is still, great. So they're still their 1 through 4 is still strong. Not quite as strong with DJ out of the lineup. They've moved Desmond down to the 2. It's just not as strong. No. Yes. It's Trevor Story still hitting. Trevor Story's been a huge. Trevor Story's such a big reason why they're playing so well.
All right, I'm going to take Colorado. I'm not going to take them on +0.5. I'm going to take them Colorado money line, first half money line, +105. I will go on that one as well. I'm liking Gray here. If Colorado really can't hit, then hopefully Gray will get a shutout, and I'll get a push on that one. I would also be leaning first 5 innings under 4, but I'm going to hold off on that one as well. That's just a little bit low for my blood. But I am on Colorado first 5 money line and the St. Louis first 5 team total under 2 at -130. All right, we do have to keep a brisk pace here.
We have a lot to get into, but Joe Kim's just wouldn't mind just saying this out loud. If you're into weird random trends, Padres are 1-7 playing the next game after an extra inning game, and now they're missing 2 of they traded away 2 of their bullpen guys. So interesting. And Tomor says Dahl's been out too. That's been big for them. Absolutely. I wouldn't mind talking about this Marlins-Braves game. I don't want to talk about it too long, though, because I think Straley might get moved.
Okay, yes.
So I know that Trenton Claxton's liking Marlins first 5, and I get that. But I'm not going to make a move until I know for sure Straley is playing, so we don't waste too much time. But I wouldn't mind fading Colby Allard here, 10th best left-handed prospect in the majors, making his debut. Great numbers in Gwinnett, 2.80 ERA, 1.21 WHIP. The reason why I think he's worth fading is because of the thunderstorms that are expected through the first half of the game. So he's a 20-year-old kid thinking about making his MLB debut, and now he's might have to think longer and wait longer. And those pauses are going to, I think, negatively affect him more than Straley. And I do think they're going to be pauses. I do think they're going to push this game back a little bit, which I think will affect him. We remember we talk about guys who don't know they're getting the start, and they come up and they pitch well, and the guys who think about it too long pitch poorly. Now, that's all I wanted to say, because I don't know if Straley will actually be on the Marlins by the end of the day, and I don't want to break down Straley for too long because time is a factor.
Yeah, I was leaning. I think that I have reason to believe that Allard might get touched a little bit here. I was leaning Miami first 5 team total over, which is 2 plus 103. He could have a nice start, but I'm going to take that one as well. Miami Marlins first 5 innings team total over 2 plus 103. That's the current line at Pinnacle. That is an official play for me. And if I had any kind of balls at all, I would be looking at Miami on the -1 line on the alternative run line. And also leaning overs. What would the first 5 over be on this one? It would be, let me see, where is that one? The Miami one. Yeah, it's 5 plus 106. What's so
Remo says that Allard's scared of thunder. He may be. I like your plays. I like your plays, and I'm going to possibly tell them all as soon as we come back to the late show and know that Straley is actually on the Miami Marlins. By all means.
If anything, hold on, let me just...
I'm very interested in this Royals-White Sox game. Tomor and Kobe are having a major battle here on our chat.
Again?
A major battle, major battle. Hey, we get it.
Yeah.
We get it. Family, we're with each other every day, and I get it. You're not going to like everybody, but let's get back to the capping, shall we? Let's get back to the capping.
But I'm not ashamed to say it, and this will probably piss both of them off, but I love them both. You know what I mean? And you know how that is. It's like if 2 people are fighting and you say you love them both, they don't hear, oh, he loves me. They're like, oh, he loves that guy? I do. What do you want me to say? Yes, I do love them both. You know what I'm saying? I think both of them are great lawyers. I think both of them are great realtors. I think both of them are great at real estate and law and everything. And most importantly, both of them, I think I respect handicapping-wise.
They're both assets to our chat. Now let's focus on the capping.
Although, Tom Marino, give it up. Right now, we're going to give it up for Kobe Valentine. Tom Marino, I want you to go into chat and say, yes, Kobe Valentine, Oakland -3.5 was a hell of a pick yesterday.
No, everything else, you don't have to say anything
you don't
positive.
Have to say that.
You don't have to say anything positive. I'm sorry. But if you would like to, you can.
Yes,
but let's not be negative, and let's focus on the capping.
Yes. All right, let's see. What else do we have?
Shut that down. If you want to be positive, you can be positive. Don't be forced to be positive. Okay, what do you think about this Danny Duffy, James Shields start? I've had a tough time. I think we all have had a tough time figuring out when Shields is going to pitch well. But you have mentioned that, and so actually I believe Tomor also mentioned this stuff, that some of these veteran pitchers seem to have their way with weaker offenses. Is this a spot... And is this a spot where Duffy can also have a nice game? Game time 73, Fahrenheit, wind blowing sideways. It dies down by the end of the game. White Sox have been destroying the the Royals all year. They're 7-3 with a 64-39 run differential, and Duffy 4.28 ERA career against the White Sox. Shields 4.53 against the Royals. Neither team hits. Royals don't hit righties. White Sox don't hit lefties. Do you have a play on this?
This is a really tough one. As you know, Jim, and now that Moustakas is gone, I mean, this is just a team. KC looks like just an auto fade team until further notice, right? Or are they not that bad?
No, you're right. They're that bad, but I do feel like there's a slight pitching advantage for the Royals in this.
Oh, I would agree. On the other hand, Duffy's off of a starting pitching advantage, not bullpen advantage. Yeah. Duffy's off a start where he got crushed, though. This is a tough one. I would have a slight lean to the White Sox on the second half. It's a tough game. I want to take the White Sox here. Obviously, there has been about a 15-cent move in favor of the White Sox. It opened at 104 on both sides, Pinnacle. Now it's all the way up to a minus 118 at Pinnacle. So, a pretty substantial initial statement from the market saying that they like the White Sox. But,
Yeah, and Anthony L maybe says it best. I don't like betting games, so I'm trying to figure out which dog shit team will be less shitty.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
right.
I'm fine. I don't know what I'm going to do with this play, and I know we got a huge slate here. I'm really interested in what you have to say about the Homer Bailey start.
That's what I was going to get to. By the way, if we haven't gotten to any of your comments today, it's just because it's a full slate of MLB games, and we try to get to as many comments as possible, but we just, sometimes when we have so much to cover, comments just fly by and we don't get to them. But we are not ignoring you. If anyone's watching and wondering why we didn't address your comments, that's why, because we don't have time to look at everything, although we wish we did. The Homer Bailey, I was thinking that Boyd has been doing all right recently, getting his strikeouts, and a lot of people were really, really down on Boyd about a month ago for good reason. But I was suggesting that he had he was showing some signs that made me think that he might be a decent play, at least against relatively weak lineups. I was vaguely thinking about taking a shot with Cincinnati first 5 team total under on this one. I'm thinking that Boyd might have another decent start. Maybe Boyd on his strikeout props over, although it's probably a little bit up there. As of right now, the games have passed me. I didn't make any bets on it.
Another issue, sorry, and I totally forgot. I think this game's going to be rained out.
Yeah, right.
So I totally forgot about that. I wouldn't have led us into this. I do think this game's going to be rained out, so the prop bets would be very, very touch and go. I don't think that maybe we shouldn't even bother capping this game at this point, just because we have such a full schedule.
All right, let's review all the official picks. How about that? Jimmy the Bag. Here's all of Jimmy the Bag's official picks so far. Colorado money line plus 110. Colorado first 5 innings money line plus 105. San Francisco first 5 innings money line minus 111. The Oakland game first half over 4.5. Arizona first 5 innings team total over 2.5. And the Texas Arizona game first 5 innings over 5 and the full game over 9. My picks officially so far. Miami Marlins, first 5 innings, team total over 2. Colorado St. Louis, no score in the first inning, minus 129. St. Louis, first 5 innings, team total under 2, minus 130. Philly, first 5 innings, team total over 2, minus 170. I had to take minus 170. I bet 150, had to give minus 170 in the show. Oakland game, first 5 innings, over 4.5. Arizona, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, minus 113. Fading Bartolo Colon on Bartolo Colon Day. And also Colorado, first 5 innings, money line at plus 105. Those are all the official picks. Games that we didn't get to yet, obviously Baltimore and the Yankees with Tanaka with a massive favorite there. Leicester against Tyone, that's an interesting game. A big line move in favor of Pittsburgh from opening in this one. A 20-cent line move in favor of Pittsburgh. Washington and the Mets. Market also betting Washington up as a big favorite, and the Mets are now up into the plus 160s. Other games we didn't get to are, and then the Cleveland game with Trevor Bauer, an absolute machine this year. Very, very impressive. But again, you're paying a big road price for him now. Those are all the games we didn't get to.
Can we get to them as fast as possible?
Not all of them, Jim, because we do have to get to WNBA. But we can choose one.
Choose one?
Choose one,
No,
Jim.
Give me 2.
Okay, you can choose 2.
Okay, well, first off, I'm not going to make a play on the Indians-Twins game right now because Gibson is a very a big chance of him moving. He's quite a commodity right now. And so I'm going to wait for the afternoon show because I'm not certain if Gibson will be there. So if I got to pick 2 games that we would cap, I would like to cap the Cubs-Pirates and
okay, we'll do it fast. We got Trenton Claxton saying WNBA pick, Jimmy. Washington money line.
I got that locked.
Okay.
I copied and pasted that.
All right.
Okay, let's start with this game here with the Cubs Pirates. Game time 76 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing in at 9 miles per hour. Chicago 6-6 since the All-Star break in Pittsburgh, as you know, as we all know, being very hot. Won 15 of their past 19. Starling Marte's back in the lineup, but Dickerson and Bell are out. Speaking of which, if that game does go in Detroit, I just want to mention that Twatty is all over the Reds.
Really?
All over the Reds. Reverse run line, money line, and over. So he's all over the Reds. I just wanted to just plant that. But we can get to that on the Late Show. So Marte back in the lineup. Dickerson, Bell are both out. I'm curious to see what Twatty wants. Oh, here he is. Pirates versus Cubs. First 5, over 4. Cubs team total over 3.5. Pirates team total over 3.5. Wow. Full game over 7.5.
First-time viewers who might not be familiar with who this guy Twate Latte is. Guy lives in Pittsburgh, follows Pittsburgh his whole life, and is killing it this year with games involving Pirates on or against. And he likes the over. Cubs team total over. Pirates team total over. Full game over. Wow.
And then Anthony L., another great MLB capper, says Cubs Pirates over. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So Lester, the Cubs 17-4 and Lester's 21 starts, 3.06 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 2-0 with a 4.00 ERA and 3 starts against Pittsburgh this season. Tyon, and God, Twitty's had such a good read on Tyon. Whenever he's going to be lights out, whenever he's going to get touched. I almost want to blindly tail. He's allowed 3 earned runs or less in 11 straight starts. 18 and 21 starts this year. Wow. But Cubs have had his number, 5.06 ERA. Cubs are smashing righties, 265, 771 OPS. Pirates rating 241, 715 OPS versus lefties. Wow. Wow. I'm so interested. I'm gonna, wow. I'm gonna need more time on this game after seeing what Twatty's saying. Are you going to make a move on it?
No plan this one as of right now. Anthony Eldo says bet on Bailey or lay -130 on Tigers. Nope, moving along. That's a pass game for him. All right, shall we get to WNBA?
I just want Orioles, Yankees. Okay. Jeffrey Ramirez, Masahiro Tanaka. Tanaka's been looked very good. O's are 5-5 versus Yankees this year. Chris Davis seems like he's not going to have the worst season in the history of the sport. And, this lineup still, we'll have to see what moves they make, but I'm expecting Jones to stay now. New York will be attempting to win 3 straight for the first time since June 18th. Not playing well, but Ramirez just endured his worst outing of his brief career. What do you think of him?
Who?
Actually, sorry, that was against the Yankees. Sorry, July 9th was his worst outing of his brief career. He's pitched a week ago against the Red Sox and looked good enough. 3 runs, 4 hits, 5 innings. And Tanaka, though, last out was just incredible. 3-hitter, 105 pitches, 6-0 with a 3.47 ERA. And this Yankees lineup, 254, 774 OPS versus righties, is not nearly that lineup that we remember. They're dealing with injuries. Do you think that the under is a sneaky spot
for
here
where?
For this Orioles Yankees?
Let me see. Actually, I think that might have been. Wait, let me see. What was my? Let me check my notes on this game. I think it's. I have my note is that it's definitely going to be a pass for me. Yeah, here we go. And the total question mark, not sure. ... I guess slight lean under.
Interesting. And our man Ish Kurt likes the over. I do have a slight lean to this under as well. What is it at right now?
It was 9. Let me see where it is right now. The Baltimore game is, it's 9. Getting bet down as well. Opened at 9 at plus money for the under. Now it's 9, a bit juiced to the under.
Very interesting. Okay, I'll just take that into my study for the afternoon, and I'm fine. I'm not going to. I'm sorry that I just want to touch on these games briefly. Just for me to work on in the afternoon. The Mets Nationals. I'm going to wait until after the deadline. I'm very curious to see what the Nationals do today. We've heard all this incredible information about Harper and stuff like that. And Cindy Fleer says, Jimmy, are you doing an NFL contest again? It looks like I won't be. It looks like I won't be this year, but I'm still waiting to hear from them. And then that's good. Thank you guys. Sorry about me hammering on this card a little too long. But
all right, yes. And of course, Miss J saying Martin to the Indians trade updates. Of course, there will probably be many, many trade updates throughout the day. Pitchers could be traded, starting pitchers could be changed, bullpens, lineups. So we'll know all about that a lot better in the evening show. We will get to that. All right, and now let's move on to WNBA. The WNBA regular season does pick up again. Washington, Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, and of course Seattle and Phoenix. Phoenix closed out the first half of the season with 3 bad straight-up and ATS losses. Seattle, of course, was streaking for much of the first half. King Rail was on Seattle and doing very well, betting them and predicting them to win in all kinds of spots.
Do we see our record? I haven't seen it in a while.
Sure, let's throw up the WNBA record. I started off great with WNBA, and now I am, that's right. I went down to even, and then I had a couple of nice days, so now I'm up about 5 units. Jim's up about 2.3 units, and And overall, that's not the most mind-blowing WNBA record I've ever seen, but it's positive, and for that, I am absolutely proud of it. And people are looking at me saying, like, Peter, you're proud of being up 5 units in WNBA after almost 100 picks? Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely,
Absolutely.
bro. Definitely, bro.
Absolutely. And we hang out with the best WNBA cappers I've run into.
Yeah.
Yeah, and King Rail, who's been killing it, will be giving us a play of the day in WNBA today on our Late Show.
Really?
Yes, and he will be filming it.
What? Wait, are we going to put his video in the video?
We are.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Is that a surprise that no one told me about? So we're just to say, let's go to. Is that really going to happen?
Yeah, man.
Okay, that's great. Play of the day. And so this makes me think that. So when his audio is playing, is our audio going to be going at the same time as well?
Good question. I don't know. We're learning about how to make this work.
Yes, because if that's the case, then I don't want to know what the pick is beforehand. I want to find out what the pick is while I'm watching the video along with everyone else.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So I don't want to know what the pick is. What could King Rail's pick possibly be?
His play
of the day, at first glance, it might just be Seattle, because King Rail, of course, has been high on Seattle all season long. Now they're off a break, and Phoenix really struggled, although, of course, they had personnel issues. Tarasi was out. Griner got ejected. So it does feel like a bounce-back spot for Phoenix. And, of course, at the end of a break in any, regular season, things can take a stark reversal of form right after the break. If that's the case, then maybe Atlanta is in for some negative regression, because, of course, they were rolling straight up, and especially ATS at the end of the first half covered the last 8 in a row. They're going to be at home against Washington, and that line is getting bet up a little bit. My thoughts on this one, I was thinking about unders and maybe first half unders. I know that a lot of these teams are very explosive offensively, but I was thinking, especially in the Atlanta game, wow, look at that. Yes. I was thinking about under when it was 164 or 164 and a half. Now it's down to 162. And I was thinking maybe about unders or maybe first half unders in the Seattle-Phoenix game, not the Chicago-Dallas game. Obviously, Chicago-Dallas, anytime they play, it's just in the stratosphere. It might even be the case that one or both of the team total overs, even though the Dallas team total probably gonna be close to 100, could have some value here. But I was thinking maybe about first half unders, full game unders in Atlanta, Washington, Seattle, Phoenix. That's how I was thinking, Jim.
Interesting stuff. I'm just going to listen, but I'm going to read out some of the comments from the experts, and I'm going to work on this in the afternoon. Red Girl, Atlanta under.
Yeah.
Melee Payless Way, Sky Wings over. And then Trenton Claxton's picks that I copied and pasted. WNBA picked Washington money line, half run line, so spread. In Dallas, and the over and the half over. Wow, so first half over, full game over in that Dallas Chicago Sky game. So that means that he is agreeing with Melee Payless Way.
And look at this, my first half lean, right? The Seattle-Phoenix game, the full game total is 166, right? The full game total is 166. So you would think the first half total would be 83, but it opened at 81 and has now gotten bet down to 79. Wow. So that is telling, yes, the first half under in Phoenix.
Godmother 87 has joined us.
What did she say? What did she say, Jim? What did she say?
Mystic money line and over Storm versus Mercury.
Mystic money line and over in Storm versus Mercury. Mystic money line and over Storm versus Mercury. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I will make an official play right now. I'm going to take Washington, Atlanta, first half under. Washington, Atlanta, first half under, and that will be 81.5 minus 114.
Is that the line that you said that's 79?
No, that's the Phoenix Storm game.
Okay.
Which so Godmother likes the over in that one, which is 166. Again, the first half. Full game's 166. You might think, all right, the first half total is 83. No, it opened at 81 and got bet down to 79. So
what movement has happened on this Storm Mercury total?
No movement at all. Opened at about 166 and that is still where it is.
Okay.
Which is telling. Godmother 87, I guess, likes the over on that one, 166.
Tomar says Dallas has been a great bet against weaker teams. I think they roll here. My only bet is them.
Except they're a massive favorite. They're a double-digit favorite. Opened at 9.5, now up to 11 or even 11.5.
Wow.
Yes, which doesn't mean they're not a bad bet.
No.
It's just worth mentioning. It's just worth mentioning. Yes, the Seattle total has not moved at all, just bouncing right around 166. And I'm taking a shot with the first half under on that one. Sorry, on the Washington Atlanta game at 81.5 minus 114. That's an official play there.
Wow.
3 interesting games, and I don't even know what my what my prediction for this will be fun, because now that we're going to see King Rail's video coming up, we can make our prediction as far as what we think King Rail's pick will be.
Yeah, and I may know it and won't let anybody know that I won't.
Before the video comes on, I'll make my official prediction for what I think it's going to be. And as of right now, this is not my official prediction. It's my first thought. I'm thinking no brainer. He's going to take Seattle. -2.5. But
I don't know if he is, because Phoenix Mercury, older team, off of a break, needed the break, need to step up in the second half, where the Storm are almost entrenched in that bye for the playoffs.
Sure.
So, I'm very excited to see what
he's going to take Dallas first half. That would be my second bet prediction for what King Rail will have to say as far as his like Dallas first half at like -6 or 6.5. Maybe that's what he'll hit us up with.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's so exciting. It's so exciting to have King Rail doing a WNBA play of the day. We're going to get Twatty to give us a Pittsburgh Pirate play of the day next week. You guys who are experts in certain things, we'd love to have you guys more involved in our show, because we know how valuable our chat is, and our show would not even be close to what it is without you guys. You guys are the ones that make it special. So we want to really celebrate the fact that you guys work so hard on your capping. Like even Anna Mark already sent all the Tuesday Contender Series. Now we got the Street Fighter, the Super Fighter with us, and we got Normal Nation giving us these plays. We got Bill Butlicker. It means so much to us that you guys work so hard and share it with everybody on the show.
Absolutely. We did do some advanced analytics, and we did find out that the show is 4%. The greatness of the show is 4% due to Jimmy and me, 4% due to the production crew, which some people forget, and an unbelievable 92% to do with the comments. I thought it was going to be 80%. The analytics people told me 92%. And surprisingly, Jimmy is actually slightly more valuable than me. Jimmy is worth.
I don't believe that at all. No, it's impossible.
Jimmy's worth about 2.1%, and I'm worth about 1.9% as far as the greatness of the show. No, that's all.
I do believe in the 92%.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so once again, I am giving one pick. Washington, Atlanta, first half under 81.5 at -114. We will get an official play from King Rail, a video play. This will be fun.
Yeah.
I want to be able to hear it. I want to be able to hear our reactions to it. And right before we play the video, I want to be able to make my prediction for what I think the play will be.
Sounds great. And we're going to have to move really quickly, because there's going to be the trade deadline, and there's going to be some games we haven't fully capped. So we're going to have and then we got the Contender Series. And we know that the people, when the baseball games start, people go watch them. So we got to be real tight on the Late Show.
Okay, here we go. Joe Licari says, yes, you guys are right on point. By far the best show. I love it. I watched every day, twice a day. Why don't the higher ups know that? Why don't they believe that themselves? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, we love you, Joe.
All right, okay. I guess that's about it. And
Dav Fan says, mark me down for the Orioles.
Listen. Look, with how they've been hitting recently, and now getting this, it's just such a wacky situation. You have a team that's put up double-digit runs 3 games in a row, and now you're slapping them, bam, plus 270. It's like, whoa. This is MLB. You know what I'm saying?
Tanaka looks very good.
I know, but this is MLB. If you got to slap a -300 favorite line on a team, you got to have a damn good reason for doing that. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it. Is that it?
Oh man. Yeah, that's it, man. We love you guys. We love you guys, and we also have Lucrative Larry on the Late Show.
Lucrative Larry, it's going to add. Okay, so remember, in the Late Show, we're going to have King Rail's video live. We're going to be covering MMA Contenders Series with Annie Marak and myself and some other people. We're going to have a Lucrative Larry on the Late Show. We're going to have all this new information as far as who's been traded, who's not been traded, and we're going to review all the line moves and all these interesting games. So it should be a great live show.
Do you mind finishing this bad boy off? Oh, we did have a birthday pick that we
did we?
But we can give that out on the Late Show. We can still give time on that. We don't have to force that. Don't force that. You're 11-2, so we can give that out on the Late Show. But can you please, our man Wykeem Hill, can we close this off by giving North Philly a juicy shout out and Wykeem Hill a shout out?
Wykeem Philly is from North Philly.
Yeah, Wykeem Hill.
That's my favorite part of North Philly. What's he asking for? Let me find the comment.
He just wants a shout out, man. He just wants a shout out.
Huge shout out from North Philly. I would love to live in Philly. It's a fun place, a small town where there's a sense of community. You know what I'm saying? Sense of community. Anyone remember what that is? Yeah, in Philly they remember what that is. That's why I would love to live there. It has the best of the small towns, best of the big cities, and just a nice little chill place to live. Huge shout out to Wykeem Hill from North Philly, and we'll see you at 6 o'clock, everyone.